Can we do it? Yes, we can. First, we got to make a plan. First, we got to make a plan. First, we got to make a plan. All right. So, what we're going to be talking about today is developing a business plan for your nonprofit. And we're going to include all of the things, right? Right. So, grab your pen, grab your favorite note taking app, and grab your little handy dandy notebook because today we're going to walk you through all of the essential elements of developing your business plan. Here we go. Well, hey there, friends. It's Cherise, your nonprofit bestie. So, before we even get started, you're probably thinking, okay, do I really need a business plan? Yes, of course. Would I steer you in the wrong direction? No, I would not. So, while it might not be as glamorous as just getting started and going out there and saving the world, a well crafted business plan really is the essential, sort of like the secret sauce to your organization's success. All right. We're going to talk about the core elements of a business plan, right? Okay, so here we go. I'm going to break this down and it's going to be super, super easy. Say it with me. Super, super easy. All right, so here's what you've got in your nonprofit business plan. It really isn't different from any other business plan. The first page is always going to be your executive summary. Now, this is written last, but more on that later. But your executive summary is your elevator pitch for the entire plan. It is the very first page, and it will include your mission, your vision, your goals, and your key strategy. We've talked about mission and vision before. So, what that looks like is you're going to be able to clearly articulate your organization's purpose along with your aspirations. All right. Next things up is when we're thinking about our business plan is you want to think about your problem that you're solving. This is what we call problem framing. This is where you want to identify the specific problem or issue that your nonprofit is addressing. And within that issue, you want to take some time to think about your target audience. What's a target audience? Well, those are the people that you plan to serve and how you plan to reach them. You want to think about what does my target audience think about? What are their beliefs or opinions? What are some things that how do they feel about their situation? So maybe you're running a homeless shelter. How do they feel about their situation? What are their emotions? What are their motivations? And what are the things that they're saying about their experience? What language do they use? Like, is it negative language? Is it positive language? And then what are they actually doing? What are the actions that they're actually taking? Right? What are going to be the things that you make sure that you're doing because you've taken the time to really understand who you're serving and how they need to be served. Because that you don't want to just do something and you're not necessarily meeting the needs of the people. That would defeat the purpose, right? So you want to think about your unique value proposition. So what that means is what makes your nonprofit different? Like what sets you apart from all of the other nonprofits that are out there? What sets you apart from all of the other do-gooders? Okay, great. So the next big component of your business plan is your program development. So here is where you want to outline the programs or your services that you're going to offer in order to achieve your mission. So that includes a lot. Then you're going to go in and do your market research because you want to see what the other people are doing. How are they doing it? Who are my competitors? What are the trends of the industry? I want to see what are their programs. Can I do it better? Are there any gaps? And you're going to take all of that information and you're going to develop your program outline. Next things up are your financial projections. So this is where you want to develop a realistic budget for the first year. And so you want to think about your expenses and your projected revenue. So your expenses are the filing fees, all of those types of things. If you have rent, if you have insurance, and then you want to think about where you're going to get this money from. Is there going to be a donation? Are you going to use your own money? Are you going to have loans and all of those things? Next up is your marketing and communication plan. So you want to develop a plan to actually help you reach your target audience and promote your nonprofit's missions and programs. So we don't want to just focus on just social media. Yes, we want to include them, but you also want to consider some other things. You got email marketing, you got your public relations and events. And so all of those things are going to be included in your marketing plan. You also want to make sure that after you've done that, you want to develop policies and procedures for managing your organization's finances and your human resource. Next up is your operational plan. How are you going to actually run this business? Because a nonprofit is a business. So you're going to think about your organizational structure, your staffing needs, your operational process, staffing needs. So what that means is, are we going to be volunteer based? Are we going to have employees that we pay? Your staffing needs, you want to think about your board of directors, right? Right. And that would pretty much wrap up your operational plan. Are you still with me? Good. Now that we understand the components of your business plan, your operations, your mission and vision, your financials, your marketing, all of those things like that, I want you to just breathe easy. Don't worry. Just keep this in mind. You don't need a business degree to write a solid plan. There are so many resources out there to help you. Your number one resource, of course, is your nonprofit bestie. I am here to help you in this nonprofit journey. So, here are my best tips that you want to keep in mind as you are writing your business plan. Okay, number one, you want to keep it concise and clear. You want to avoid using any type of jargon or technical terms. Don't do that. All right. You want to use visuals, like create some graphs and some charts and diagrams which will help you to illustrate your points. You want to be realistic. Come on, let's be honest, right? We want to save the world. Yes, we do, but we got to do it within reason. So you want to make sure that you're setting achievable goals and avoiding overly optimistic projections. And get some feedback. Share your draft with a trusted advisor or your nonprofit bestie and seek their input. The final part, when you're tying a pretty bow on all of this, is your executive summary. Remember, your executive summary is the very first thing that people will read. So you want to make sure that it counts. It should be concise and have an entire overview of the entire business plan. Really excited to really want to read the pages behind it. Okay. So those are the key components of making sure that you have all of the things in your business plan, right? Right. So we talked about a lot today, but the good news is that you can go back and you can rewatch this video to make sure that you have everything that you need to start your nonprofit. And your business plan is a living document. So as your organization grows and evolves, you may need to revisit and update it to reflect your changing needs. So thank you so much for stopping by. Let's keep the conversations going. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe and put it in the chat if you have any comments. All right, so thank you for stopping by. I'll talk to you soon. Keep dreaming big. Bye.